Hold on, have you ever paused to consider the sheer power residing in something as ordinary as your kitchen table? It's far from being just a surface for meals. It's a vibrant hub of connection, a source of harmony, and a wellspring of prosperity. Across numerous ancient cultures, this humble piece of furniture is revered as the very heart of the home, and understanding why isn't difficult. In so many ways, the kitchen table stands as a symbol of sustenance, not just for the body, but for the spirit too, drawing people together to partake in meals, share stories, and experience moments of shared joy. This kitchen table, this seemingly simple object, is actually a place where energies converge, and this confluence of energy can either nurture your home or, conversely, introduce discord. When treated with respect, kept clean, and thoughtfully cared for, the table becomes a fount of positive vibrations. However, if neglected or allowed to become cluttered, this vital energy can stagnate, potentially leading to imbalance within your dwelling. And now I'm going to tell you the most important thing. This understanding is why so many traditions underscore the significance of the kitchen table, seeing it not merely as a piece of furniture, but as a living, breathing element within your home that profoundly shapes your family's overall well-being. When we bring to mind the image of a kitchen table, our initial thought might be of a mere eating spot, a simple surface where we gather to nourish ourselves physically. Yet, in truth, it embodies so much more than this limited perception. For generations, the kitchen table has served as a cornerstone of family life, a central space where the very essence of family unity is forged. It stands as the heart of the home, a place where bonds are strengthened, emotions are openly expressed, and love finds its most natural articulation. In the profound teachings of Buddhist philosophy, we are consistently reminded of the interconnected nature of everything in existence, and this principle extends beautifully to the relationships cultivated around the kitchen table. It's within these seemingly simple moments, sharing food, engaging in conversation, and laughing together, that we uncover the genuine essence of family. Now I'm going to tell you the gist. Buddhism introduces us to a profound concept known as interdependent origination, or Paiccasamupta, which illuminates that all phenomena arise in dependence upon a web of conditions. This profound teaching signifies that every element within our environment, even the table we gather around, exerts an influence upon us and is, in turn, influenced by us. Therefore, the kitchen table transcends its physical form, it becomes a spiritual anchor, grounding the energy within your home. The relationships and interactions that unfold around it are not isolated events, separate from the wider world. Instead, they create ripples that extend outwards, influencing the overall harmony and equilibrium within your household. But that's not all. This subtle energy is incredibly powerful. Consider a simple morning breakfast where the family assembles to commence their day. As the sun ascends, so too does a sense of warmth permeate the home, symbolized by this gathering around the table. This daily ritual, though seemingly ordinary, carries a much deeper significance than we might initially perceive. It meticulously sets the tone for the day ahead, for the quality of relationships, and for the energetic currents that will flow both into and out of the home. Buddhist teachings consistently emphasize the critical importance of mindfulness in every action we undertake, irrespective of how small it may appear. Eating breakfast together, then, becomes a valuable opportunity to express gratitude for the nourishment we receive and for the precious company we share, cultivating a mindful awareness within the present moment. In times past, the hearth or central fire served as the pulsating heart of the home. Families would naturally gravitate towards it for warmth, sustenance, and connection. As technology advanced and stoves gradually replaced open flames, this fundamental concept of a central gathering space did not vanish. Instead, the kitchen table gracefully emerged as the modern-day equivalent of the altar. Just as offerings were once presented to the fire, we now symbolically offer food, respect, and love to the kitchen table. Within the framework of Buddhist philosophy, it's understood that everything in the material realm is characterized by impermanence, constantly in flux, changing, and evolving. Yet, the simple act of coming together around a table creates a point of stability amidst a world of continuous change. Watch to the end and you'll find out the most important thing. The energy that circulates through the table can be either nourishing and life-affirming or depleting and draining, contingent upon the care it receives. A table burdened by clutter, neglect, or disrespect can contribute to a sense of disharmony within the home. Conversely, when maintained in a clean and uncluttered state, the kitchen table transforms into a source of warmth, unity, and uplifting positive energy. The profound Buddhist teachings underscore the inherent power of intention. When we take our seats at the table with a clear intention to share nourishment, whether it be physical sustenance or emotional support, we are actively reinforcing the bonds of family. In numerous Buddhist practices, rituals are employed to dispel negative energy and invite positive forces into our lives. Similarly, the act of meticulously maintaining the kitchen table with mindful care can be interpreted as a ritual of mindfulness in itself, a tangible way to invite prosperity, inner peace, and abundance into the very heart of the home. Transforming your kitchen table into a beacon of positivity doesn't necessitate sweeping, dramatic changes. It truly boils down to being intentional and mindful in how you interact with and treat this space. As the enlightened Buddha so wisely taught, every single action, regardless of how seemingly insignificant, carries its own weight and significance. Therefore, dedicating care and attention to your kitchen table becomes an act of profound love and deep respect for the energetic atmosphere of your home. Start with the fundamental principles: cleanliness and order. In numerous ancient cultures, physical cleanliness was often perceived as an outward manifestation of inner harmony. When the kitchen table is overwhelmed by clutter, it inevitably disrupts the smooth flow of energy, much like a cluttered mind can obstruct clarity and inner peace. In Buddhist practice, the process of clearing the mind through meditation directly leads to mental clarity. Similarly, clearing the table of unnecessary items allows positive energy to circulate freely, naturally inviting abundance and tranquility into your life. Buddhism teaches us that we are intrinsically part of the natural world, and nature possesses an innate ability to ground and center us. Wooden tables, for example, have been esteemed for generations precisely for their inherent connection to the earth. Wood is inherently sturdy, natural, and enduring, qualities that deeply resonate with the stability and longevity we aspire to cultivate in our relationships. Just as a tree develops deep roots to stand tall and strong, a well-crafted wooden table can symbolically represent the strength and resilience of your family's bonds. Even if your personal preference leans towards a more modern aesthetic, you can still seamlessly incorporate natural elements, such as a wooden runner or small wooden decorative pieces, to infuse grounding qualities into the table's energy. Within the principles of feng shui, the strategic placement of furniture is considered essential for fostering the harmonious flow of energy. Similarly, Buddhist teachings emphasize the profound importance of space and clarity. The table should ideally be positioned in a location where the energy is neither blocked nor disrupted. It's generally advisable to avoid placing it directly in line with the front door, as this can lead to energy rushing in or out too rapidly, potentially leaving the household feeling unsettled or unbalanced. Instead, strive to position the table in a way that it achieves balance with the rest of the room, allowing those gathered around it to experience a sense of comfort and support. Light also plays a pivotal role in cultivating an inviting and welcoming atmosphere. In Buddhist teachings, light often symbolizes wisdom, clarity, and enlightenment. Soft, warm lighting surrounding the table can effectively create an environment that naturally encourages open communication and deeper connection. Conversely, harsh or excessively dim lighting can inadvertently stifle conversation and induce discomfort. Just as Buddhist teachings illuminate the path towards inner peace, proper lighting illuminates the path towards meaningful interactions at the table. The kitchen table, frequently overlooked amidst the daily hustle and bustle of life, possesses incredible potential as a focal point for nurturing both the body and the spirit. In numerous ways, the items we thoughtfully place upon the table can carry immense spiritual significance, effectively transforming it into a source of positivity, prosperity, and profound connection. In Buddhism, we are taught that everything surrounding us is imbued with energy, and the objects we consciously choose to place within our space can either elevate or weigh down that energy. Each object holds the inherent power to either foster harmony or introduce disruption, depending entirely on how we interact with it. Imagine for a moment a simple loaf of freshly baked bread placed gracefully on your kitchen table, gently covered by a clean, soft cloth. This humble item transcends its function as mere sustenance. It becomes a potent symbol of abundance, prosperity, and the nourishing energy of the earth itself. The Buddha's timeless teachings frequently emphasize the inherent value of simplicity and the importance of recognizing that even the most basic elements of life, when approached with heartfelt gratitude, can offer profound meaning and significance. Bread, a staple food in countless cultures across the globe, represents not only physical nourishment but also the essential spiritual sustenance that life generously provides. When we consciously show reverence for the simple blessings that surround us in Buddhism, one of the core principles that emerges is dana, or generosity. The act of sharing food and resources is viewed as a profound act of compassion that inherently fosters connection and unity among individuals. When we intentionally place bread on the table, we are subtly reminded of the interconnectedness of all beings, as food sustains not only our own lives but also the lives of countless others. As you gather around the table with your cherished loved ones, the loaf of bread transforms into a tangible reminder of the generosity and abundance that naturally flows through your lives. Incorporating seasonal fruits, such as vibrant apples, juicy oranges, or fragrant pears, onto the table is yet another powerful way to invite positive energy into your home. In Buddhist philosophy, the profound concept of impermanence, known as anicca, teaches us that everything in life is in a constant state of change. The ever-shifting seasons bring with them new fruits, fresh opportunities, and the promise of new beginnings. Fresh fruits symbolize not only physical health but also the natural, cyclical rhythms of life itself. As we partake in them, we are gently reminded that life is an ongoing unfolding process and that growth and renewal are integral parts of this continuous journey. Consider the apple, for instance. Across many cultures, it has been revered as a potent symbol of knowledge and wisdom, qualities that are inherently integral to Buddhist teachings. When you thoughtfully place an apple on your table, you are in effect inviting the energy of wisdom, vibrant health, and vitality to permeate your home. The vibrant colors and invigorating aromas emanating from seasonal fruit naturally infuse a sense of joy and renewal into the space, creating an environment that is both deeply nourishing and profoundly uplifting. But extending beyond their sheer beauty and rich symbolism, fresh fruits offer something even more profound. They encourage the practice of mindful eating. By having fresh produce readily available on the table, you are naturally more inclined to focus on the nourishment you are receiving with each bite, actively practicing mindfulness in the present moment. This simple yet powerful act aligns seamlessly with the core Buddhist practice of sati, or mindfulness. Just as we mindfully savor the fruits of the earth, we can cultivate the habit of being fully present in every moment of our day, nurturing both our physical bodies and our minds in a holistic way. There exists a unique and special energy that fresh flowers effortlessly bring into any space. In Buddhism, flowers are frequently used to symbolize the very impermanence of life, as they bloom in radiant beauty and then wither in such a relatively short span of time. The fleeting nature of flowers serves as a poignant reminder for us to deeply appreciate the beauty and blessings that are present in each and every moment. As the enlightened Buddha wisely stated, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Flowers serve as a gentle daily reminder of this profound teaching, helping us to remain rooted in the here and now. When you place fresh flowers on your kitchen table, you are actively inviting beauty, joy, and uplifting positive vibrations into your home. But like all things in life, flowers require care and attention in order to truly thrive. When they begin to wilt and fade, they no longer contribute to the positive energetic atmosphere of the space. In a parallel way, when we neglect our own spiritual practice or our meaningful relationships, the energy within us can become stagnant, and our inner vibrancy begins to fade. Fresh flowers serve as a gentle yet potent reminder to nurture the good and positive aspects in our lives so that they can continue to blossom and flourish. Wooden centerpieces, small potted plants radiating life, or even a simple piece of driftwood imbued with natural history can effectively bring the grounding energy of nature directly into your home, thereby cultivating a peaceful and stable atmosphere. In Buddhism, there is a deep and abiding respect for nature, recognizing it as a wise teacher, demonstrating to us how to be grounded, centered, and present. The natural world offers profound wisdom and insight as it flows seamlessly with the rhythms of life, without resistance, without judgment. When you thoughtfully place a wooden item or a living plant on your kitchen table, it serves as a constant reminder of the inherent simplicity and profound wisdom that can be found in the natural world. Wood as a material inherently carries the grounding energy of the earth. It is inherently stable, enduring, and deeply rooted. When wood is incorporated into home decor, it possesses the remarkable power to ground the overall energy of the space, mirroring the essence of the Buddha's teachings on grounding oneself in the present moment. When you sit at the table surrounded by these natural elements, you are intuitively invited to take a deep, calming breath and center yourself, much like the practice of meditation. Plants, too, offer a similar grounding energy. The very act of nurturing a plant, watering it with care, watching it slowly grow, and witnessing its inherent natural beauty can become a meditative practice in itself. It aligns perfectly with the core Buddhist principle of care, emphasizing the mindful attention we bring to our actions. Plants gracing your kitchen table serve as a gentle reminder that just as a plant requires dedicated attention to grow and flourish, so too do our relationships and our personal growth require ongoing care and cultivation. Extending beyond the tangible physical items placed upon the table, there are also meaningful spiritual rituals that can help deepen your connection to this sacred space. These rituals are not about striving for perfection, they are fundamentally about intention and presence. One simple yet profoundly effective ritual is a morning gratitude practice. Before placing breakfast on the table, take a moment to pause and gently place your hands on its surface. This is a dedicated moment to consciously express gratitude for the nourishment you are about to receive, for the shared space you are in, and for the precious opportunity to connect with your loved ones. This mindful practice beautifully mirrors the Buddha's concept of metta or loving kindness. By consciously offering gratitude, we actively cultivate a heart that is full of love and deep appreciation, not only for the tangible things that surround us but also, and most importantly, for the people with whom we share our lives. Another profoundly helpful ritual is weekly cleansing of the table. This could involve gently wiping down the table's surface with water infused with purifying salt, calming lavender, or other beneficial herbs. Salt is often regarded as a natural purifier in various traditions, believed to effectively absorb negative energy and invite clarity and freshness. Similarly, the soothing scent of herbs like lavender can naturally uplift the energetic atmosphere of the space, infusing it with a sense of calm and tranquility. In Buddhism, purification rituals are a common practice, ranging from the cleansing of the physical body in ritual baths to the purification of the mind through dedicated meditation. Just as we engage in self-purification, we can also consciously purify our living space to invite fresh, revitalizing energy to flow freely. To further enhance meaningful family communication, consider introducing a beautifully crafted box of conversation starters at the very center of the table. These could be simple yet thought-provoking questions such as, what are you genuinely grateful for today? Or what was something that made you smile this past week? These thoughtfully designed questions naturally encourage more meaningful conversations and create opportunities for everyone at the table to share and connect on a deeper, more authentic level. In Buddhist teachings, right speech is recognized as a key element of the Noble Eightfold Path, emphasizing the profound importance of speech that is truthful, kind, and purposefully constructive. By consciously encouraging mindful and intentional conversations, you are actively fostering deeper and more resilient bonds within the family unit. The changing seasons provide an ever-evolving backdrop to the tapestry of life, and thoughtfully decorating the table to reflect these natural cycles can help maintain the energy within the home vibrant and fresh. Just as the Buddha wisely taught about the impermanence of all things, seasonal changes serve as a potent reminder that life is always moving forward, and we are invited to embrace these transitions with grace and acceptance. A simple autumn runner adorned with fallen leaves, delicate spring flowers in bloom, or even fragrant winter pine boughs can effortlessly transform the table's aesthetic, seamlessly aligning it with the natural rhythms of the world around us. Seasonal decorations also offer a tangible way to practice the concept of impermanence in a positive and uplifting light. They gently remind us to deeply appreciate each fleeting moment for its unique beauty and inherent value, and to avoid clinging too tightly to the past. Every season, much like every single moment, possesses its own distinct beauty and inherent significance. By thoughtfully incorporating these seasonal changes into your table decor, you can effectively bring a continual sense of renewal and vitality into the heart of your home. Despite our most dedicated efforts to cultivate a space of peace and positivity around the kitchen table, like any other aspect of life, it is inevitably susceptible to distractions and imbalances. Often we unknowingly fall into habits that inadvertently disrupt the very positive energy we consciously aim to nurture. One of the most common pitfalls is utilizing the kitchen table as a workspace. Whether it's for catching up on emails, sorting through bills, or handling paperwork, transforming the table into a makeshift desk can unintentionally blend the energetic vibrations of work-related stress with the nourishing, relaxing energy that should naturally accompany shared meals. The Buddha's teachings on right effort gently remind us to intentionally direct our energy in ways that lead to greater harmony and balance in our lives. By consciously dedicating separate spaces for work-related tasks and for meals, we can actively protect the sacredness of the kitchen table as a dedicated space for connection, nourishment, and renewal. In the profound Buddhist philosophy of mindfulness, the environment we intentionally create around us significantly shapes the energetic atmosphere that permeates our lives. When the kitchen table becomes cluttered with work-related items, it subtly transforms into a symbol of disorganization and stress, rather than a sanctuary of tranquility and togetherness. To effectively overcome this, it's essential to establish clear and consistent boundaries. Make it a regular habit to completely clear the table before each meal, symbolizing a fresh and clean start. Just as we diligently practice letting go of mental clutter through meditation, we can apply the very same principle to our physical space. A clear, clean table effectively helps maintain a harmonious environment where both physical and emotional nourishment can flow freely and abundantly. Another common pitfall that can subtly disrupt the positive energy of the kitchen table is a damaged or unstable table itself. The table, as many ancient wisdom traditions suggest, is not merely a functional piece of furniture, it is a potent symbol of the family unit as a whole. In Buddhism, the concept of Sangha, referring to the community or family, is a fundamental element of spiritual practice. If the very foundation of the family is weakened or unsteady, the overall harmony of the household can begin to falter. A wobbly or unstable table can be symbolically seen as a reflection of potentially shaky family bonds. Whether it's a simple loose screw or a table leg that requires repair, an unstable table can unconsciously symbolize a lack of stability within the home environment. Take a moment to reflect on the kitchen table as more than just a piece of furniture. Consider it a representation of the strength and unwavering support your family provides to each other. Regularly inspect the table for any signs of wear and tear. Repairing it as needed is not simply about fixing a physical object. It is about actively reinforcing the overall strength and resilience of the family unit. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that even seemingly small acts, such as maintaining stability within the home, contribute to the greater good and well-being of all. Just as we attentively tend to our physical bodies and minds, we must also mindfully tend to the space where we gather, ensuring that it accurately reflects the harmony and unity we deeply desire. Another issue that many of us commonly face is the habit of leaving dirty dishes on the table overnight. This seemingly small act can in fact have a surprisingly profound impact on the overall energy within the home. The Buddha frequently spoke of how attachment and clutter can weigh down the mind, creating mental burdens, and the very same principle can be applied to our physical environment. Dirty dishes left lingering on the table overnight can inadvertently invite stagnant energy into the space, obstructing the natural flow of positive vibrations. In Buddhism, we diligently practice the concept of letting go, consciously releasing attachment to things that no longer serve our highest good. Similarly, making it a consistent practice to clean the table thoroughly after each meal becomes a tangible practice of letting go of the remnants of the day. By clearing the table and washing the dishes, we are also symbolically clearing away any mental and emotional residue that may linger from the meal itself or from the stresses of the day. This seemingly simple act of cleaning is far more than just a physical task. It is a daily ritual of renewal, actively helping to create a space that feels light, welcoming, and inviting for the next meal or gathering. By making it a consistent habit to clear the table soon after eating, you effectively ensure that the energetic atmosphere remains fresh, vibrant, and inviting. This mindful practice of letting go and tidying up beautifully echoes the Buddhist teaching of sila, ethical conduct, which encourages us to act with mindfulness and intention in our daily lives, creating a space of peace and well-being for ourselves and for those around us. In our sincere desire to create a beautiful and inviting space around the kitchen table, it's easy to become overly focused on the mere aesthetics of the table itself, inadvertently neglecting its deeper spiritual purpose. While a well-decorated table can certainly enhance the overall environment, it's vitally important to remember that the true and primary purpose of the table is to foster meaningful connection, provide nourishment, and cultivate a sense of gratitude. The Buddha often spoke eloquently about the potential dangers of excessive attachment to material possessions, gently reminding us that outer beauty can be fleeting and transient, while inner peace and contentment are enduring and eternal. By becoming overly preoccupied with creating the perfect table setting, we may inadvertently lose sight of the table's true and essential role as a space specifically designed for mindful connection. Instead, actively incorporate small mindful moments into your gatherings around the table. Before each meal, take a brief moment to pause and consciously offer gratitude for the food you are about to receive, for the people gathered around you, and for the space itself that is holding you. This simple yet profound practice of mindfulness can effectively transform the table from just another piece of furniture into a sacred space of abundance and shared joy. As the Buddha wisely said, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. Cultivating gratitude in this way helps to deeply enrich the spiritual significance of the table, making it a place where love, mutual respect, and genuine connection naturally thrive. The kitchen table frequently serves as the very centerpiece of social gatherings within our homes, and it naturally holds a special energetic quality when guests are present. The energetic atmosphere you consciously create around the table can profoundly set the tone for the entire gathering, effectively promoting relaxation, facilitating meaningful conversations, and fostering a deep sense of connection among everyone present. Just as Buddha's teachings consistently emphasize the importance of hospitality and the virtue of treating others with kindness and respect, we can approach our kitchen table gatherings with the very same spirit of generosity and mindfulness. Actively create a warm and inviting ambience by thoughtfully incorporating soft, comfortable textiles. A beautifully chosen tablecloth or runner in colors that naturally evoke warmth, such as earthy tones or soothing pastels, can contribute to a sense of calm and relaxation. It's generally advisable to avoid placing large obstructive centerpieces that might inadvertently block eye contact, as these can create a subtle sense of separation rather than fostering connection. Small, thoughtful touches such as a simple vase filled with fresh flowers or a few gently flickering candles can effectively transform the atmosphere, making it feel more intimate, welcoming, and conducive to genuine connection. When hosting a communal meal, warmly encourage guests to contribute by placing their own dishes on the table as a symbolic act of shared abundance. This simple act not only promotes a tangible sense of community but also reinforces the fundamental Buddhist principle of dana, or generosity. Each dish thoughtfully placed upon the table becomes a meaningful offering, a tangible way to contribute to the collective joy and shared experience of the gathering. Soft background music, carefully selected to be calming and unobtrusive, can also significantly enhance the overall atmosphere, further promoting relaxation and naturally encouraging open, heartfelt conversations. In Buddhism, we are taught that speech is inherently powerful. It possesses the remarkable ability to either heal and uplift or to harm and diminish. By consciously creating a peaceful and supportive environment that naturally encourages meaningful dialogue, you are effectively fostering an atmosphere where words can be used to build bridges of understanding and connection, rather than walls of separation. The kitchen table is undeniably far more than just a place to eat our meals. It is, in essence, the very center of your home, a place where nourishment, connection, and vital energy converge and intertwine. By consciously respecting and attentively caring for your kitchen table, you are effectively opening the door to greater prosperity, warmth, and overall harmony within your household. Whether you choose to follow ancient traditions or thoughtfully adapt your own personal practices, treating the kitchen table with reverence and mindful attention can have a profound and positive impact on your family's collective well-being. Every meal shared, every heartfelt conversation, and every precious moment of genuine connection that unfolds at the table holds the inherent potential to foster deeper and more resilient bonds and to invite abundance into your life in countless ways. By intentionally infusing the table with positive energy, mindful awareness, and heartfelt intention, you are actively transforming an everyday object into a powerful spiritual and emotional anchor for your entire home.